Hello! Evelyn is here again, yoga instructor here at the JCA. I will guide you through a flowing Vinyasa practice. Vinyasa practice means that we connect the breathing with the movement, and it just gives us a flowy meditative state. So it will be a continuous movement during this practice, but always feel free to take a minute to rest, drop down in child pose, or just pause. Give yourself permission to do that, especially when you notice that your breathing stop being fluid, continuous, ease. So that's a good way to check what's going on in the mind and in the body when the breath start to be very hectic. So let's start the practice on the top of the mat, and we find Tadasana mountain pose, looking forward. Maybe you can close your eyes, and we take a moment here to scan through the body. Maybe if you close your eyes, you immediately notice that your awareness shift more inwards. You can notice a little bit more crisp the different body parts wherever you take your mind into. So in this way, you can realize that the yoga practice is a practice of the mind. How we shift our focus, how we concentrate. Maybe how we can change patterns in the body, in the movement, and in the mind to be more mindful, peaceful maybe. So notice how you're pressing down the feet, the center of the heels, the inner feet, the outer feet, creating a root. Distributing the weight on the two sides, and from there you notice you engaging your kneecaps, lifting up the thigh muscles, gently engaging the muscles, and at the same time you start to activate your glutes. That start to give a stability in your center, in your core. Lift up the pelvic floor. It's your Mula Bandha, and maybe that takes some time, maybe years, to really connect with your bandhas, these energy centers in the body that help you to create that stability. Lift up your lower belly, pull it in closer to your spine and lift it up closer to the navel. That's your Uddiyana Bandha. And then start connecting the rib cage, pulling closer to the spine, the lower tip of your ribs, and lift it up a little bit farther from your hip bones. And try to maintain that distance during the practice when you will be in different shapes. Just bring your mind there, bring your awareness. If your spine is still active and lengthening, gently lower down your chin and elongate, lengthen the back of your neck. If you feel any tightness there, just release. Drop down the lower tip of your shoulder blades closer to your pelvis. Lowering the tailbone as well, closer to the heels. And feel that lengthening between the heels and the top of the head. And even if you still, and maybe during the practice a lot of time, you will be in stillness. It's not visible movement, but inside. You continuously growing and stretching and be present actively. Open wider the space between the shoulders from the center of the collarbone. That will bring the shoulder blades on your back closer, and then drop it down. And then notice where's your tongue Press the tip of the tongue behind the front two teeth and widen the rest of your tongue. And that's also a great way to check if you have any holding patterns in your mouth. Whenever we're stressing, whenever maybe during the practice it will be a little more difficult, and then instead of distributing the energy, maybe activating the core a little more or the glutes, we start holding the tongue. And just notice once you release that hold and shift that energy to your belly, maybe the legs, whichever body part, hold that posture, then you can release the stress and the tightness. And you find more calmness inside. Notice that center line, the spine, and as you breathe through your nose, calmly, equally, inhale and exhale. You let the breath just travel through without any blockages. Now with the next inhale, only the arm moves, nothing else changes. Bring the arm above the head. Stretch the rib cage up, drop down the shoulder, and just lower your arm alongside the body, palms facing forward. One more time, stretch up, elongate the entire spine, then bring the hands together, bring it to your heart. Close your eyes if it was open and bow to yourself. Grateful for the practice. Widen the awareness inside. Take another deep inhalation, bring the arms again up, clasp just the thumbs, reach up for, then half moon to the right. Feel the energy between the thigh muscles, bring it together, heels pressing down, and lift the pelvic floor, lift the lower belly, bring down the tip of the shoulder blades. Relax your tongue in your mouth. And stretch farther with the fingertips, farther out, stretching the entire left side. Come back to the center, close the rib cage, lift it up, shifting to the other side, root down through the heels, stretch the arm forward. Opening. Nice, back to the center, reach the chest up. Bring the palms to the chest, exhalation. One more time, just brings the arms up, reach up, lift the chest, folding forward with an exhalation. One more deep inhale, and the top of the head come forward, scoop the belly in, close the rib cage, drop down the shoulder blade on the back, increase the length, the distance between the ears and the top of the shoulder. Then press the hands down, scoop the belly in, lift the rib cage and press the hand, and then step back to your high plank here. Again, re-engage the pelvic floor, lift up, close the belly, close the rib cage, lower down the shoulder blade on the back, activate your glute. Look forward and the chest come forward. One more deep inhale, lower the knee anytime if needed. And then come to chaturanga, just bending the elbow, keep the elbow close to the rib cage. And then from here, outward facing dog, lift the chest, lift the chin. At the same time as you're lifting the front body, you're lowering down the back. Activate the glute, feel the energy. Connection between the inner thighs, then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a few moments here just to stretch the back, stretch the hamstring, lower the shoulder blades and widen the space between the shoulder blades. All 10 fingers actively connected with the ground and push it away. Bend your knee if needed, and especially if you don't feel that you connected with the tailbone, if the tailbone is not reaching up continuously. Maybe sway the hips side to side, take a few moments here. Relax the back of your neck and find your tongue in a tongue lock, a Chari Mudra, pressing the tip of the tongue behind the front two teeth and widen the rest of your tongue. Relax your facial muscles and bring your awareness to scan through the body, Both heels equally pressing the ground away if it's available. If not, then lifting the heel is always an option. Next deep breath, press the left feet down and lift the right leg up to a three-legged dog. Keep the lower belly in to stabilize that stand. Then bend your knee and just to lift the left knee up and lower the right knee up and lower the right heel. Then lift it back up to a three-legged dog. Stretch the toes up. And then bring the weight a little bit forward on your hand. Bend the right knee, bring it to the chest. Feel you rounding your entire back, scoop the belly in, press up the belly into your spine. It's a really active posture. And then bring the feet between the hands. Lower the knee down and bring the heart forward. Drop down the shoulder blade on your back. Look up, chin up, stretch the front line. Scoop the belly in and lift up. Pressing both feet down and lifting the pelvic floor up, the pelvis up, wide-legged pyramid posture. One more time, reactivate the belly and lift up. This is the first time here in this posture, so and like never really pushing for. Stay in your comfort zone. Feel the lengthening, but at the same time, no stressing, not forcing. Relax your breathing. Keep your tongue in a tongue lock. Lift the pelvic floor. Bring a little forward the left hip. Elongate the lower back. Then bending the right knee. Keep the left knee up and just look forward in your lunge. Pressing the right heel down and the left toes down, lift the pelvic floor, activate your glute, and as you come up to your high lunge, start lowering down the tailbone to keep the length of your lumbar spine, then bring the arm up. Reach up the chest, the rib cage, keep the rib cage up as you bend your elbow in cactus arm. You lower down, push down your shoulder blades, lift the chest up. Face is soft. Lift the arms up, reach, elongate. Now lowering the arms down, pressing both hands down, reactivate your core. Keep the left hand down and open up the right rib cage, right shoulder. Now the lower belly stays in. The tailbone go to the back, and at the same time the left rib cage come forward. Even if you're still in this posture, but the energy is traveling, you're lengthening, and you open the blockages so the air can flow freely. Lower the arm down, press down, lift the right leg up, step back to your high plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Bring the chest forward and up, upward facing dog, and back, downward facing dog. Other side, transition always mindfully and slowly. You know where you go. Left leg lifting up. The mind and the consciousness follows that movement. Scoop the belly in, close the rib cage around the spine, push the ground away, then bend the left knee, lower the left heel down. Feel that opening between the hips. Keep the breath flow freely. As you press the hand down and lift the tailbone up. Keep the tailbone up as you elongate and lengthen, straighten the left knee. Then bring the left knee to the chest, start to round your back. Lower the shoulder blade down. Active core, active rib cage. Then place the left feet between the hands. Lower down the right knee. Look up. Shoulder down, shoulder blade down, rib cage up. Lift the pelvic floor, lift the lower belly. Relax your face. Pyramid press, both feet down, lift the pelvis up, hips up. Take a deep inhale to bring the chest forward and lower down the head on your thigh, on your knee, on your shin, wherever it's landing. Actively pressing the belly in and lifting the tailbone up. While you're pushing both feet down and increase the space between the heels and the pelvic floor. Bend the left knee. Low lunge here. Keep the tailbone down. Start activating the glutes. Push the feet down and start bringing the rib cage up. Arms circles up. Slowly transitioning mindfully. Then bend the elbows. Give a little more space in the heart, for the heart, in the chest cavity. Lift the arms up, reach up far. Bring the arms forward, keep the tailbone back. Push down the right hand and the left heel. Activate the core and only the top part of the spine rotating. The lower part of the torso just stable. The belly stays in and you open up the left rib cage, lowering the right rib cage. Moving consciously, especially the transitions, you're very mindful. Lower the left hand down, press both hands down, step back to your high plank. Lower to chaturanga, knees always can lower first. Upward facing dog, open up the front body. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale, lift the heels up, look forward. You can step, walk, maybe just tiny steps between the hands. Take a deep inhale and bring the heart forward. Exhale, fold on your thighs. Clasp maybe the fingers behind the back and lift the arms up. Make sure you take care of your shoulders. Keep the shoulder blade down on your back. Give a little more weight on your toes. At the same time, you activate the knees, you activate your thighs, lifting up. Pelvic floor lifting. Lower belly come closer to your belly, to your navel. And you feel your top of the head reaches the toes. Even if it doesn't reach, but that's the intention. That's where the energy goes, without any fight or force. Release the hands down. One more deep breath, reach forward with the heart and fold on your thighs again. Bending both knees, bring the heels together. Inner knees, inner thighs pressing together and come up to a chair pose. Sweep the arms up, shoulder blade down. Belly is in, lower belly in, ribcage closing around the spine and maybe sit a little deeper. If you look down, you see your toes. You can even lift up your toes. There's more weight on your heels. Inhale, bring the arms up. Then bring the arm alongside the body. Let's just repeat one more time this sequence. Deep inhale, bring the arms up, nothing else. Move, clasp the thumbs. Half moon to your right, just stretching the left side. Coming back to the center, lift up the rib cage. Keep the rib cage away from your hip as you come to the other side. Back to the center, both heels pressing down, maybe adding a little back bend. Inhale, lift the rib cage up. Stretching, lengthening the front line. Engage the glutes, lower down the tailbone. Support your lower back by really activating your glutes and lifting the ribcage away from your hip. You don't want to go back, you just want to bring the fingertips back. Come to the center to a neutral spine. Draw your belly in and lift the ribcage up. Folding forward with an exhale. Lengthen the spine, scoop the belly in, halfway lifting the torso, then press the hands down. Your choice to step or jump back. Traveling through chaturanga very slowly, bring the ribcage forward, chest up, chin up, upward facing dog. Push the ground away with your hands as you transition very slowly. Downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog. Keep drawing the belly in. Right leg lift. Bend your knee. Keep down the right shoulder. Inhale again, three-legged dog. Right leg lifting. Then bring the knee to the chest. Press, push down between the hands, lower the left knee, open the front line. Lower belly in, shoulder blades down. Press the feet down, lift the pelvis, hip up to pyramid. Take another inhale here to elongate the spine, then bring the spine down, the torso touching the front leg. Inhale, coming to a low lunge, pressing both feet down, feel the root. Lift through the pelvic floor, lower the tailbone, bring the torso up to high lunge. Bend your elbow, maybe sink deeper. As you sink deeper, the pelvic floor lift up. Lengthen the arms up, reach long spine, bring the arm down. Keep the left hand down, keep the spine long, simple twist. Look up to the right thumb. Bring the arms down. Activate your core as you press the hands down, step back. Your choice, chaturanga or straight, go back to downward facing dog. Left side here, left leg lifting. Keep the belly in, pressing both hands equally. Bend your knee, open the left hip. Straighten the left leg, reach up. Bring the left knee to the chest, round your back. Place the feet between the hands, then lower the right knee. Drop down the shoulder blades on the back. Look up, chin up, chest up. Pyramid, consciously, slowly transitioning, mindfully. Deep inhale, the chest comes forward, the weight from the lower belly. Then just relax the torso down. Forehead touches the shin. Keep scooping the belly in transition slowly to low lunge. Keep the tailbone close to the right heel. Then bring the torso up. High lunge here. The rib cage away from the hip. Bend your elbow. Cactus on. Inhale, reach up far. Bring the arms down, keeping the spine long. Keep that integrity of every shape. Spinal rotation, scoop the belly in and keep it in as you breathe. Simple twist, shoulder blade down on your back, flat. Arms coming back, press the hands down, step back. Chaturanga, keep scooping the belly in, up. Downward facing dog, nice. Stay here for 3 breaths. That give you time to realign that shape, realign the mind, realign the breathing. It's slow, steady, conscious. Notice your tongue, if it's in a tongue lock. Do minor adjustments. Stay patient with your practice. Inhale, heels lifting up, soften your knee, look forward, step, walk or jump to the front. Deep inhale, bring the chest forward. Step a little wider, like hip distance, and lower the pelvis down, coming to a squat. Relax down the pelvis, bring the hands to your heart center. Relax your face. Breathe steadily, slowly, peacefully. Keep your eyes steady and still. Nice. Place the hand down, press down, lift the pelvis up, bring the feet back together. Bend your knee, coming to a chair pose, reach up. Exhale, lower back down, the sit. Just the ribcage lifting with an inhale, lower back down with an exhale. Inhale all the way coming up to standing. Nice, then bringing the arms down, bring the hand to the heart center. Eyes steady and still. Beautiful. Coming to our next sequence, take a deep inhale, coming to a chair pose. Bring the arms up. Look up maybe towards your thumb. And as you bring the hand to your heart, your weight will be on the right leg and you lifting the left leg up. Scoop the belly in and you feel you rounding your back. Focus and bring the energy to your lower belly as you lifting the pelvis up. Inhale here. Nice, and with an exhale, we're coming to a third warrior. So we're lifting the left leg to the back. Keep your lower belly active and lift away from the right heel. Lowering maybe a little bit the left hip. Now activate the glutes, activate the left glute. Activate the connection between the inner thighs. Maybe you can bring the arms forward, frame the head, keep the shoulder blade down. Deep inhale. And then bring the hand back to the heart and be transitioning to Kapiyasana. So we soften the left knee, keep the pelvic floor up, that really support this transition. And then lowering the left feet down. The top of the feet will be down, nice. Bring the arm up, circle it up. Look up to the thumb and maybe soften and going a little deeper down, releasing the pelvis down, lifting the rib cage up and giving a little bit of back bend to the shape. Make sure you're not crunching the lower back, so you keep down the tailbone. Let's bring the hands back to the heart and we're transitioning back to third warrior. So the weight will be on the right leg. Lift the pelvic floor and the lower belly. Bring the torso forward, weight comes forward. Keep your hand to your heart center. And we're bending the left knee and bring the left knee to the outside of the right knee. We really have to lift and activate Mula Bandha. Bend the left, right knee just as much as you feel comfortable. And your tongue stays in a tongue lock. And your breath is with ease. Inhale back to third warrior. And this time we will step back with the left leg and coming to a high lunge. Bringing the arm up. Inhale here. And then coming to a twist, a rotation. Push down the right heel, lift the pelvic floor up and bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Keeping the hands in the heart center. Scooping the belly in, lifting the right shoulder up, lowering the left shoulder down. Bring the left heel above the left toes. Nice, and then just lowering the hands down from here. Step back to your high lunge. Coming to Chaturanga. Maybe lower the knee, maybe not. Lift the right leg up and bring the right knee to the right elbow. Bring the right leg back, lower down. Other leg, scoop the belly and lift the left leg up. Bring the left knee to the left elbow. Bring it back, step it down. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend your knee, look forward. Step, walk or jump. Inhale to the flat back. Fold forward, exhalation. Inhale to your chair. And we're moving to the other side right away. Bring the hand to the heart. Weight on the left leg. And bring the right knee up to your chest. Rounding your back and create a connection as you lower down the shoulder blades closer to your heels. Lift the pelvic floor, nice, and transitioning to third warrior. Peacefully, slowly. Activate the glutes, lift. Right hip bone, turn down slightly. Deep inhale. And notice the transition, soft on the left knee and the top of the right feet goes down. Pelvic floor lifting. And Kapiyasana, bending a little deeper. Feel that stretch. The right hip. Keep the shoulder blade down as you bend back slightly. And coming back to the center, bring the hand to the heart. Weight on the left leg as you transition up to third warrior. Nice, and then bringing the right knee outside of the left knee. Bending the left knee a little deeper. Lift the pelvic floor. That gives you the stability. Back to third warrior. Lift. The chest come forward. Belly lifting. And transitioning to our high lunge. Bring the arms up, reach up. Right hip comes forward. Lift the entire rib cage away from your hip. Soften the breathing. Keep the belly in and then coming to spinal rotation. Twisting here. Right elbow the outside of the left knee. Bring the right heel above the right toes. Keep the lower belly in. Lift the left shoulder up. Right shoulder down. Relax your face. Nice. Bring the hands down. Press down. Step back to high plank. Then chaturanga. Lift the left leg up. Left knee to the left elbow. Step back. Lift the right leg. Right knee to right elbow. Back and lower. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale, then roll on your toes, lower the knee down. Come to your child pose. Reach the arm forward. Maybe bring the arm alongside the body, your choice. Slow down the breathing. Release the tailbone. Release the hip, the pelvis. And we will repeat this sequence one more time. We will not speed this up, but we may be a little more mindful. Staying with the transitions, focusing more to control with the mind. Keeping the tongue in a tongue lock. Keeping the breath flowing fluidly, slowly and calmly. Bring the arms forward, press down through the tabletop, scoop belly in, tuck the toes, back to downward facing dog. Lifting the heels up, press the hands down, look forward, soften the knee, step, walk or jump. Inhale to stretch the spine forward, lowering down, rising up to standing. Hands to heart as you bend your knee, lifting up the left leg. Scoop the belly in, third warrior. Straighten the right knee. Bring the arms forward. Control. Softening the right knee, lower down the left. Kapyasana. Inhale, reach the chest up. Stretching the left hip. Lower the tailbone. Back to the center, hand come to the heart. Weight on the right leg. Back to your third warrior. Left knee to the outside of the right knee. Bend the right knee maybe a little deeper. Slowly transitioning back to third warrior. Long spine. Soften the right knee, step back with the left leg to a high lunge. Hand come to the heart, keep the spine long as you rotate. Spinal twist, left elbow outside of the right knee. Turning back, lowering the hands down. Stepping back, then activating, strengthening the core. Bend the elbow, lift the right leg, right knee to right elbow. Step back, left knee lifting, left elbow. Step back, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Nice, lifting the heels up. Soften the knee, look forward. Step, walk or jump. Flat back, inhale, reach far with the crown. Lower the crown closer to your toes. Rising up, coming to a chair. Hand to heart. Lift the right knee up. Activate your core. Third warrior, slowly transitioning, bringing maybe the arms forward. Slow transition to Kapiasana, lowering down the top of the right feet. Press the fingers maybe. Kapiasana with the hand. Reach far. Hand back to your heart. Press down the heel. Coming back to your third warrior. Keep the hands to heart center. Right knee to the outer edge of the left knee. Back to third warrior. Softening the left knee, stepping far back. Find high lunge. Lift the right side of the ribcage up. Right side of the ribcage come forward more as you twist. Lower down the shoulder blades on the back. Lower the hands down, framing the left leg. Step back to your high lunge. Bend the elbow. Lift the left leg up, left knee to left elbow. Step back. Right leg up, right knee to right elbow. Step back. Transition, chest come forward. And child pose. Exhalation. Forehead on the ground. Find your breath. Relax the hips. Pull the belly in and bring the chest forward. And start walking the hands forward. Puppy stretch here. Press the hands down, lower and soften the shoulders on the back. Your forehead is down on the ground. Press through the feet and your knees. Lift through the pelvic floor. Roll forward the chest. Shoulder blade stays down on your back. Press the hands down and bring the hands under your shoulder, flat back here. Tuck the toes under, back to downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Exhale. Start walking the feet forward between the hands. Lower down the seat in a squat. Bring the arms forward. Push the heels down, lift the rib cage. And then coming down on the seat, bringing the legs forward. Nice, keeping the legs down. Press the heels down. Flexing the toes, pushing forward the ball of the feet. Feel you are front of your sit bones, so moving the flesh out under the sit bones. As you press down the heels, you feel you can activate your pelvic floor. Bring the arms up, reach far up, then press the palms together and bring down behind your neck. Lift the chest, lift the rib cage, lower the shoulder blades. Lift the arms up, keep the spine long, keep the rib cage away from your hips, and then start hinging forward. Grab maybe the outer edge of your feet, maybe grab the big toes, lowering down the elbows. As you press down the heels into the ground, you activate your pelvic floor. Lift it up. Lift the lower belly. Pull it into your spine and bring the closer to the rib cage. And start just a little bit arching your upper back. The upper part of the torso, lowering the shoulder blade down and reaching with the chest forward. Keep that energy here. Keep that intention as you may be stretching further, deeper, and maybe the forehead can touch the shins. Keep pulling the navel in and bring it forward. Keep stretching and lengthening the spine. Then release and coming up. Nice, coming to a janu. Bend the right knee. Bring the right feet inside the left thigh. Don't worry about the knee, how deeply it goes down, how close to the ground, it really doesn't matter. Bring the arms up and clasp the fingers. Reach up, bring the chin to your chest and start rounding your back. Scoop really your belly in. Keep space continuously between your belly and your thigh. And then coming forward with the rounded back. Bring the hands under the left sole. Keep scooping the belly in and lifting. Same time bringing the shoulder blade down on your back. Your back will be continuously rounded. Feel that stretch in the back. Space created between the vertebrae. Keep pressing down the left hamstring. The back of your left leg continuously presses down, the left heel presses down, and that lift up the pelvic floor. And slowly come back up, reach up. Bring the knee up, right knee up, keeping the right hip down. Bring the right arm forward, and you can maybe grab the big toe with the right hand. Or if it's available, you can round your arm. And bring the left arm as well behind. You can clasp, grab the fingers. Maybe if you have a towel, you can grab a towel. Maybe with the left hand, you grab the right wrist. Your choice. Keep the shoulder blade down. Keep pressing down the left heel. And that will lift up the pelvic floor. Keep the chest stretching forward. Keep your tongue in a tongue lock. And slowly come out from the shape. Coming to a spinal twist, you can keep your right leg where it is, or maybe crossing on top of the left leg, and maybe you can bend the left knee as well. It's your choice. Bring the right hand very close to the glutes. Lift the left arm up and keep lengthening the spine. Rotate, bringing the right rib cage to the back, the left rib cage to the front, and then bring the right arm, left arm, outer edge of the right knee. Keeping the right feet down on the ground. Keep rooting down through the sit bone and lifting through the chest, rotating through the rib cage. Relaxing through the facial muscles and the tongue, keeping the breath flowing fluidly. Nice, and then come back to the center. Maybe coming to an easy seat, keeping the left leg on the top maybe. Maybe coming to a double pigeon, keeping the right leg above the left leg. It's really not a force here, but you really want to take care of your knees, so you flexing the toes, flexing the ankle. We can put a block under the knee here if it's needed between the legs, so you really sit deep down. Connect with the ground. Lifting the chest up, and if it's available, maybe walking forward. It's a deep stretch, a deep opening with the hip. You want to avoid any knee pain. You just want to feel the hips. Slowly start walking back up, lengthening the spine, the torso, releasing the legs, and then coming to the other side. So it will be Janu, bending the left knee, bringing the left sole inside the right inner thigh. Bring the arms up, reach up, clasp the fingers, scoop the belly in, lift the ribcage away from your hips. Bring the chin to your chest and start scooping the belly in and kind of rounding your back as you bring the arms down. Bring it under the sole of the right feet. Push the hand into the feet and the feet into the hand that create the resistance. Pressing down both sit bone and lifting the pelvic floor. Bend the elbows, it's available. Breathe calmly, deeply. Keep your tongue in a tongue lock. Create space between the vertebrae. And then slowly start coming up. And the knees up, left feet down, pressing down. Bring the left arm to grab the right big toe, or maybe if it's available, to find a bind. Bring the hands behind the back. Press down the right heel. Press down the left toes and lift the pelvic floor. Bring the chest forward. Keep the sit bone down. Don't force with it. Don't fight. Keep the shoulder blade down on your back. And slowly come out from the shape. Coming to a spinal twist, crossing the leg, the left leg. Bend the right knee. Bring the hand very close to your glute. The left hand down. Reach the right arm up, that will lift up the rib cage. Scoop the belly in and keep it in as you rotate. Keep lengthening with every inhale. Keep rotating deeper with every exhale without shortening the back, shortening the torso. Keep your jaw soft. And come back to the center. Find either double pigeon or an easy seat. It's always your choice. Use a block if needed. So this time the left leg will be on the right. Block can go under your knee. Flexing the feet to protect the knee. Lift the chest away from the lower belly. Feel the seat is steady. Don't force your knee down. Just protect. And then maybe walking forward. You just want to feel the stretch in your hip. And then slowly coming back up. Nice. Both feet down on the ground. Bring the arm forward and start rolling down. Feel those vertebrae. Stay with your transition. Nice. Once you're down, we just do a front body opening in a bridge. If you want to do a wheel, let's just go for it. Keep your arm alongside the body, palms faces down, both heels presses down. And before you lift the pelvis, you know that you want your tailbone tucked forward. You want to activate your glutes and you want to pull down the shoulder blade on the back. So press the heels down, press the shoulder blades down and start lifting the pelvis up, bringing forward the tailbone, keeping the lower back really long. Feel your inner thighs connected energetically, both heels pressing down, bringing the chest closer to your chin. Activate your glutes and just lift up fully. 3 more breaths here. And very slowly you will lower this down. Neutralize the spine, relaxing this time the belly. And then bringing the knee to the chest very slowly. Grab the opposite elbow, lift the head up, shoulder up, press down the belly and then lower back down the entire torso. Plug down the shoulder blades, release down the tailbone, keeping the spine really long. Every vertebrae connected with the ground. Nice and release from here. Come to your happy baby. Grab the big toe with the peace finger, bringing the knees outside and just sway side to side. If any other shape needed, do so. We are concluding the practice, coming to a final shape, which is Shavasana. Lengthen the leg out, open the legs wider, relax the belly, and open the arms to the side, the palms facing up. Find your position where you can really deeply relax and you can keep it still for a few minutes. This is the end of the practice where you integrate everything that you did, all the muscle work, start to be integrated into all our cells. And the mind settles and the physical body settles. And you allow yourself to relax, to maybe meditate, consciously staying in a presence, mindfully, calmly, peacefully. Thank you so much for practicing with me. The light in me honors the light in you always with peace. Namaste.